Hello, welcome to another video broadcast of Master Investors Company. Today's theme is going to be about what is financial freedom, explained in simple terms. I'm also going to leave the link below so that you can read the blog related to this topic. Okay, to me, it's very crucial that you understand what is financial freedom, right? And here, our mission, a master investor, we always say that is to elevate the financial well-being of all of our partners through high quality financial education. Make it simple. Okay, so it's important that everything that we do is for that purpose only, is to elevate your financial well-being, the listener, the reader. And so all of our products are catered to do just that. So what I wrote this on this blog post is that we must understand that there are two types of problems, of money problems in the world, and two types of people with two different types of mentality, right? So the two types of problems are not enough money, right, and too much money. And the question is, which problem do we want to have? Which one do you want to have, right? And two types of people, and goes hand to hand with the two types of money problems, which is scarcity mentality and abundance mentality. So when we look at the rules of money and the history and how to create wealth, we understand that having a lot of money doesn't mean that we actually are free. Sometimes many people have high paying jobs that pays them tons of money per year, but they're not free. They have to show up to that work or that job to make the money. For example, a doctor or a dentist or an attorney has to show up to their office every day. However, if that's something that they love to do, it's perfect for them, right? For them, it's not that they are working; they feel free because they love what they're doing. And Master Investors Company is not about knocking on the employees and telling you should not be an employee. If you're an employee and you love to do what you do, then continue to do great things for that company, because we love entrepreneurs and investors. We love great employees and we need them. So we're talking about the people that want more out of life and want to escape the rat race. Okay, so this video and this whole channel is about creating passive income. It's about building the asset column in with cash flow and assets that produce passive income. That's the third type of income. We talk about the three types of income: earned income, portfolio income, and passive income. Earned income are those who are working for money. Portfolio income are income that comes from commodities, stocks, paper assets. And oftentimes those are capital gains and they're taxed at a higher bracket. We're going to be focusing in passive income, which is the income of the ultra wealthy, and ultimately what creates wealth and freedom. Okay, so I'm going to explain to you what the difference between financial independence is and financial freedom. So when we have people that operate with the scarcity mindset, all they see is a world with not enough money. They believe that the money's running out, and so they chase the money. And here at Master Investor, we teach you exactly how to get the money to chase us, how to have a pipeline directed to our income column so that it's coming from the asset or from a business or an investment that works by itself, right? It's detached from us. A true asset puts money in our pocket whenever we're not working. A liability is the opposite, it takes money out of our pocket. So a lot of people have that backwards. A lot of people call their liabilities assets, and that's one of the major difference between a ultra wealthy person and a poor person. Knowing the difference between the lingo of money, what is truly an asset and what is a liability, what is good debt and bad debt. In the rich mindset, we don't push away debt, we actually welcome debt. And if we are in bad debt, then we create good debt, meaning we go into more debt to produce income for us so that we can pay the debt off and also pay the bad debt off, the one that is taking money out of our pocket and is draining us. So oftentimes it's not about working hard for money to pay the bad debt off. There are many other ways that we can use to get out of bad debt with good debt. Okay, so the other type of mentality is the abundance mentality. They don't, this type of people, like hopefully you and I, right? We don't think there's not enough money to go around. In fact, we think that there is enough for everyone. And here at Master Investors, that's what we teach you. It does not take money to make money. The new money is knowledge. That's the new money. Once you have the right information in your mind, and you're operating with the ultra mindset, then you're going to be able to create money from thin air. Because at the end of the day, it does not take money to make money. It takes an idea backed up by confidence. These are the people who start a business, make winning investments, and live life to the fullest. And that's what Master Investor is all about. I'm in the same journey. I created this company because it's an investment management company. It's something that I'm very passionate about. We invest in real estate. We invest in different businesses, in cash flow and assets, right? And so we also decided, because it's going to help us even become better and more successful, to open up a financial department, meaning that we are teaching others to create assets and to acquire assets and to become inside investors, to know the lingo of money, to understand the difference between an asset liability, to understand that we can use the internet to create millions of dollars and get out of the rat race quickly, right? Fast, as long as we take massive action and we follow simple steps that we have laid out for you on our blueprints, because there are a million ways to become wealthy. Okay, so we're going to teach you and show you and demonstrate you how to use the blueprints that we're using so that you can create wealth for your life and for your family, right? And wealth is not measured in money, it's measured in time, it's measured in the freedom that we have. How long do we have to be able to do whatever we want to do and become the person that we want to become and be the person that we want to be, without worrying about money and working for money, or the lack of money, or having a shortage of money, because we have assets coming in. So it's not about how much money we have, it's about what can we do with the money that we have and the freedom that we have from that money. So in order to get out of the rat race, we have to first understand our financial statement. So I'm going to leave you with a financial statement, a link with a financial statement below that we created, that you can download, print it, and fill it up and figure out how much are your expenses per month, what's your living cost per month with all your expenses, right? Including gas, including everything that you do. That number is critical to know, because that's what's going to tell us how much we need to create in passive income so that we get out of the rat race, so that we can reach financial independence. So when our assets produce either that amount or greater, then that is when we have reached financial independence. Then now we have to reach financial freedom, which is not being controlled by the money that we're gaining from all of our assets, and being able to have a life of freedom, being able to have the systems and the assets working for us. It could be a PDF of 28 pages that is producing $10,000 a month for us. It could be a website that is selling several products that are unique and people are buying them every day, and it's going viral and it's helping thousands of people, solve a problem in their life. And remember, a business is always created to solve a problem. So one of the things that we always say here at Master Investors Community is like, write your passions down and what are the things that you love to do, and focus on solving problems in those niches, because there are products already made for us. Even if you don't want to make a product right now because maybe you don't have time, maybe you don't want to, simply because it's easier to go have somebody else's product that is already made for us, and that is okay, right? As long as we have a system that is doing the selling and selling for us. We're going to show you exactly how to do everything ethical by the law, because there's no reason to risk our freedom. That's what we're doing, everything that we're doing, and why we're getting wealthy and becoming rich, to have freedom, to have more and more and more freedom, to be able to realize our dreams and travel the world if we want to, or buy the things that we want to without having to work to pay for those things, right? So if we want a Lamborghini, we have a business, we have a PDF that we created about, maybe if we like fitness, about fitness, how to lose weight using the simple steps, and now people are using that and it's going viral, and that is producing $10,000 per month on cash flow, and now we use that money to rent or lease our Lamborghini or buy a Lamborghini, right, and pay for the mortgage of that Lamborghini, the debt of that Lamborghini, right? So we're not paying for it. It's all about positioning ourselves to obtain everything for free legally. So we have to understand the rules of money, the history of money, and we have to understand that the market goes up and down. It's not about predicting the market. That's not how we create wealth, because we, as inside investors, as master investors, we understand that the market goes up and down, and all we have to do is be prepared for any type of market, because a true master investor or an inside investor is someone that knows how to cash flow from any market. Okay, so let's use the rules and let's use the tax code, because it's there for a reason. It's there to, actually, the tax code in America and pretty much in the whole world is an incentive of rewards for the entrepreneur and the investor. If we do what it tells us to do, we get rewarded by the government, and the government actually becomes our partner. In a capitalist world, that is how it works. So it's a beautiful thing to be in the United States, in my case. And but the beautiful thing is that I believe the internet is a capitalist world. So even if you're in a country that is not like the USA, you can tap into the capitalist world, which is the internet. And the internet is like a country that is open to the world, and we can sell at the same time. So don't worry about if you're in a different country. You can create thousands and get out of the rat race and become a millionaire right from home. That's the whole purpose. Our first book is called How to Create Cash Flow from Home, and the subtitle is Turn Your Passive Income On, right? And so it's coming out probably in 3 months or less than 3 months. It's almost done. And so we're just tweaking a few things, and we're actually putting all of our knowledge in there so that it can help you start building a successful business from home and help you create millions if that's what you want to do, or create whatever type of income you want to create, but passive income, right? The amount that you want to create so that you can get out of the rat race through passive income. Right? You are an active investor. That's what we are. We're an active investor. We don't just give our money away. We're actually are active investors, meaning that we are acquiring assets, cash flow and assets, right? And we're building them and so forth to produce passive income. So we're active investors producing passive income, right? And so very important to understand that. So when we realize that the world is one of abundance, we stop operating out of fear, and instead we start asking, how can I tap into an abundance? And once we start asking that, we start seeing the world in how we can interact with it in an entirely different way than those who think of a scarcity mindset. So then we are ready for financial freedom. Why? Because the fear of losing money doesn't control us. We are free to learn and grow. We are free to obtain our wealth, not just financially, but also physically, emotionally, and spiritually. It's key to understand that. And in order to have financial freedom, we first have to have the core values of the ultra wealthy. And that's what we here at Master Investor focus in giving you, to understand the core values of the ultra wealthy mindset. And it gets created inside. Our wealth and our riches gets created inside. We don't change our mindset, then we can never have it out here, okay? So the blog post is less than 8 minutes. And here I wrote also the difference between financial independence and freedom. And listen to this. Financial freedom is different than financial independence. Financial independence is a simple 3-step formula. 1, I buy and create assets that generate cash flow. 2, the cash flow from my assets pay for my living expenses. I just told you about this. Number 3, once my monthly cash flow from my assets is equal to or greater than my monthly living expenses, then I am financially free because my assets are cash flowing and are working for me. While this will allow us to be financially independent, it doesn't always make us free. If we don't change our mindset or fall back into a fear-based scarcity mindset, we can easily lose our money or our investments or make bad decisions that hurt our cash flow. Perhaps worse still, we can become miserable even with lots of money coming in. That is not freedom. It is being controlled by money. The most important thing to remember when it comes to money is that money isn't the point. It's what makes money, it's what money allows us to do and be. Money is just a tool for attaining things that makes us truly happy. And that is freedom. So remember, wealth is measuring time. It's not measuring the money, right? So we don't focus so much on the money. We focus in creating cash flow, creating the asset that produces that cash flow. And that asset is supposed to be solving some sort of problem in the marketplace. So find a need and fill it. What are your passions? And let's focus on those niches because there are products available to us already made to solve that type of issues in the marketplace that we are passionate about. And there's nothing better to than to do something that we truly love and are passionate about, because we are going to be more successful at it by all means. Because when it gets hard, we go to sleep and we wake up and we do it again. Okay, financial freedom is much more than having money. It is the freedom to be who we really are and do what we really want in life. And many of us lose sight of this by putting others first and playing many different roles such as parent, spouse, employee, friend, and more. It is not that those are bad things. Like I said earlier, we're not knocking on the employees at all, because we, as entrepreneurs and investors building companies, we will need employees, okay? And we want to have great people around us. And it's okay if you are, and hopefully you join a company like ours, like Master Investor, where it allows you to grow as an employee, and there's no cap on your income because we are market-based management for the employees. We have a system and model that we follow that allows you to create as much money as long as you bring in great ideas into the company and they're creating more cash flow for our company. You can tap into the cash flow of the company. So at the end, most of our employees will end up becoming entrepreneurs and becoming investors because they have enough money that they don't even need the job, but they love to bring the ideas and so forth, and they continue as well. But that's for another topic. And I just want to close this up by saying this: the amazing thing is when we invest in ourselves, it pays big dividends, not just for us, but all those who loves us. They see both our example and experience the joy that comes from realizing our greatest potential. If we want to be financially free, we need to become a different person than we are today and let go of whatever has held us back in the past. It is a process of growth, improvement, and gaining spiritual and emotional strength to become the most powerful, happy, and successful as possible. That is the true reward of financial freedom. Okay, I'm gonna leave the link below. I hope this have been helpful. I'll see you on the next video. Knowledge is the new money. It does not take money to make money. It takes an idea backed up by confidence. Bring you the good and bad news of money. Join our community here at Master Investor. Follow us on all platforms at Master Investor. I'm gonna drop the links below, and let's go start building passive income with our company. Leave me a comment below and give us a like. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.